Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
So yeah, I mean, I just hope she gets out earlier than that. Let's just say that.
Let's just say that. Now, the last thing I want to go ahead and jump on, if you don't got anything else, is did you see what happened to T.O.?
No.
Oh my God. T.O. had to deal with the infamous Karen at his house. You feel me? In his own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Drive to go get the mail. You know, she jump in the middle of the street, say, slow down, you know. And, you know, when she did that, you know, like, he's like, you know, he stopped the car, like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, I almost hit you, basically, like, what are you doing? This, that, and the other.
Okay. No, I'm fine, sir. First of all, I didn't almost hit her.
I understand that. Just relax.
You're not finna sit up here.
He ran the stop sign.
Well, there is no stop sign. What are you talking about?
I understand that. Where you hit?
I wasn't, but I asked him to slow down, and he got out of his car and started harassing me. He put his car in park.
Right, because you're going to yell at me and telling me I'm almost hit you, and I didn't.
But you didn't have to get out of your fucking car.
You didn't have to talk to me that way either, Karen.
You're a black man approaching a white woman.
But yeah, you know, basically what happened was, you know, he was driving to go get his mail in his, I'm pretty sure it's a gated community now. You know, I don't think T.O.'s just living anywhere. But the lady, you know, she jumps in the middle of the road. She tells him, slow down, basically like you're driving too fast, and he's actually not driving too fast. There was another lady in her garage that actually seen what happened, and basically was telling the lady she was lying. The lady, you know, she's racist as hell. She's like, you're a black man walking up to a white woman, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm like, what? Like, you feel me? Like, that don't even make any sense. Just the plain fact that you're saying stuff like that. Then your husband is there. Your husband is trying to tell you to go inside the house. But you're trying to tell T.O., oh, he lives in a poor neighborhood, but you live in the same neighborhood that he lives. Yes, in the same association. She calls the police. The police comes out. T.O. like, I'm gonna wait here till the police get here. Police is on T.O.'s side. Basically, the lady, she does what a lot of Caucasians do, basically, not Caucasians period, but a lot of Caucasian Karens. As soon as the police comes on the scene, they start crying, so the police can be emotional towards them, like, oh my God, I'm sorry, like, po job, like I said, and I must be believed, huh?
What was she accusing him of?
Oh, she was accusing him of being aggressive toward her, which was a lie, and that he was speeding and he ran a stop sign, but there was no stop sign. He wasn't speeding because the other witness was there. And, you know, T.O. is recording the whole time. It's like a 10-minute video. You know what I'm saying? She don't want him to call her Karen. The husband is telling him not to call her Karen, but he's like, you're lying. So this is what Karens do. Y'all lie and y'all call police for nothing. The actual witness is like, yo, don't they have a law when you call police on black people for no reason, like you could get locked up now because the whole Karen law, like y'all basically need to enforce it and this, that, and the other. But, you know, T.O.'s like, man, I normally see this on TV, but I never like had to deal with this in real life. And, you know, understandable. I mean, you know, when you're a sport athlete, normally you don't have to deal with certain things. Even if you're from the South, you know, T.O. grew up in the South. And you know, you one of the greatest players, if not the second greatest player of all, wide receiver of all time. You know, some people gonna say Randy Moss. Of course, you know Jerry Rice #1, but some people gonna argue T.O. and Randy Moss is 1 and 2, 2A and 2B. You feel me, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it just was like, you know, like he's like, man, it's 2022 and we still got to deal with certain things like this. And it just shows you, you know, going back to speaking on the Brittany Griner situation, like, look, man, things ain't changed. It don't matter what country you in, you know, they know how to paint a certain picture to make it seem like things changed, but a lot of times things didn't change. A lot of these racist individuals or people that have a certain ideology towards a certain group, they're still alive, they're still in power. They're still, you know, like in positions where they can affect a lot of lives. So when it comes to, you know, this situation with the Karen, like, a lot of individuals that don't look like me and you still feel like they have this power because of their complexion, when in actuality, people like you, me and you, we like, man, that shit ain't flying over here. But when the police come over, and if he or she don't look like me and you, and if we don't got a recording, most likely they're gonna side with the Karen. You feel me? Especially if she's sobbing and crying, like, like somebody actually did something to them. But again, people know how to be the greatest actors in the world.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Crazy to hear that happened to T.O. apparently for no apparent reason.
No reason.
Like, wow. I mean, it's a bad look for the 2022 Caucasian woman. I mean, because anytime anything similar to that happens now, you're just going to be automatically called a Karen, and you're going to be filmed, and you're going to be a meme and videos, and this is you're going to be ridiculed for it, and for good reason. It's crazy that this still is happening in 2022. It just reemphasizes that this has been like, if this is happening in 2022, just imagine like 1982, like how often this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Without no cameras or recordings or anything like that. Or if you want to go further, go to 62. Like how
when Bill Russell's out here.
Right, exactly. Things were like really bad during that time, or even further back. I mean, it's crazy because T.O. is he's we're sports people, so he's recognizable to us. If I saw T.O. in the supermarket, I'd be like, that's T.O. But to your normal Schmer and Karen, she's gonna just see another black man, and that's the disappointing thing for me, is that to this day you're still just using the race card to your advantage. And I mean, even Emmett Till's accuser just kind of came out and said, yeah, it wasn't even true, and I heard they were trying to prosecute her or lock her up, even though she's old or something like that. But yeah, so I mean, since those days, these things have been happening. It's just kind of sad to hear that it's still happening, to this magnitude, and to, even NFL Hall of Famers like T.O. I mean, it's just sad to hear.
Yeah, definitely, man. But hey, at the end of the day, this ain't something new, and we know how to react to those situations now. Again, we're a lot smarter now. We pull out our phones. So you don't need to believe me. Believe the video. You know what I'm saying?